You guys have all the
Oh,
power.
so your brother's seen the militias and the training and shit? See those guys?
Yeah.
Where?
They're training here though?
No, like Peterborough, Hamilton.
Militias?
Okay, yeah, I heard about them.
I got like certain names, right? Like first quote, something like that. Something,
Yeah,
something,
and they're in MMA gyms.
Yeah.
You probably know some of them.
I know. Who knows, right?
You never know. They probably know you.
My brother. We've been calling you.
These are the new generation guys, though. Some of them are older men, but these are guys in their like 20s.
True.
Training for Jake.
Yeah. They hate
Jinx
Jake.
and Edomites.
Yeah, they
Oh,
like sparring and shit.
Yeah.
About to go live, brother.
Technique is off.
That shit won't work with spiritual powers.
Yep, exactly.
Last away your
Even a
life.
shooter though,
Yeah.
because like I've seen a guy try to come up on Jake, and then Jake just like destroyed him. Like he did the fighter stance and everything, and Jake is like, yo, yeah, Jake is like, yo, can you just like,
All that fighting for nothing.
Yeah.
All that training for nothing. Yeah.
yeah, trash. He's like on steroids too, so big he is.
Oh, yeah.
You seen that one, right?
It doesn't work. I don't know why you think the steroids are powerful.
Start off by giving all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kamadash.
the Baladas, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that teach the truth and sincerity. Shalom to the elect, 1/3, sister listeners. This is GMS Toronto, back again, prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Alright? We do what we do best, man. Okay? Prophesying the destruction of this wicked kingdom. Okay? There's nothing but wickedness that we see throughout our day-to-day, man. There's nothing righteous in this place, other than the hopeful elect. You know what I mean? There's nothing, there's no, you know, these Edomites, they're adverse to the Most High, man. Okay? They're completely adverse to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and His will. Okay? Let's get that in our Wisdom of Solomon too. Brother, forget that. Their ways are contrary, you know, are completely contrary to it. They're contrarians. Alright? They're contrarians to Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
I got something for you for the brother guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 32 and 32. And it says here, for their vine is a vine of Sodom, and the fields of gall, their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter, their wine is the poison of dragons, and the fruit venom of asp.
That's it, man. Vine is a vine of Sodom, it's Sodomites, but homosexuality in this society, man. Moism, lesbianism, okay? That's what they want running rampant. Why? Because that creates chaos, man, disorder. They want this disorder in the society, man. They don't want structure. They don't want masculinity. They don't want toxic masculinity in the society. Okay? Toxic masculinity brings order. Right? You know, really through the men of the Lord. It brings righteous order. Okay? Not no red pill. These red pills think that they're alphas and all this shit. They're not alphas. The Yahushua is the alpha.
That's right. And those red pills, as I was saying, they only talk about like having money.
Yeah.
Having money, that's how you search on. No, that's not where it starts. We're just starting your mind. Because with those guys, when you lose the money, what do you have then? You're nothing now.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1, and it says, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in their death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Yeah, he's a dumb guy. You know, in his mind, he thinks that he only live once, right? And he pushes that on the masses. So people feel like they got to get it all done now. You know what I mean? They're in this rush. You're in a constant rush in this place. You know? You have to be on time. Esau has this whole thing about time. You know, you weaponize time. You know, but how about Shem Shai timeless? All right, and our kingdom is going to be forever, man. Ancient of days, right? So we have nothing but time in our kingdom, man. The Lord's going to extend the days, make the days longer for our sake, so we can be justified and beat his ass. That's true. Okay? We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of building of the kingdom to do, man. You know?
I mean, and also, he doesn't have to learn righteousness. He has to be beaten into it because in this society, we're not going to learn pretty much the ways of Esau. He's not even conducive to guys. So in the kingdom, they're going to learn what to eat, what not to eat. You have to learn righteousness. You have to learn how to, perform certain duties because in this society, you don't learn to essentially keep the ways of the Lord. Right? The law is going to be an establishment of how to actually govern the earth properly. But in this kingdom, in this society, you don't learn that. Right? Verse 2, and it says, "For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes."
That's how you know he doesn't appreciate life. Right? He doesn't value life and stuff. You know, that's why he does what he does. He does experiments, tests, uses you as test subjects, sprays you down with all types of chemicals, chemtrails, puts back to back, shows it. I said that. Wow, you know what I'm saying? You know, to see what the reaction is going to be.
Yeah, the outcome.
The outcome, yeah. You know, because he's a good scientist, you know, mad scientist. So it's just for him to, he's all about studying. Oh, if we do this, then we'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
And he has Jake down to a T.
Exactly.
Studying Jake for hundreds of years now.
Yeah. He knows what to put in the foods to make the black women obese. You know? You know?
Yeah. And make Jake act like a damn fool, like an animal.
Yeah.
Remember years ago when they had the Popeyes, was it Popeyes? Popeyes chicken?
Yeah, the sandwiches.
Jake was acting?
Yeah. And said you get alcohol, rum, it was rum or cognac. If you go there, they had some MSC or something like that.
That's all experiments. Yeah. Right? Disrespecting Jake.
Yeah. And then the chicken sandwich one too.
Yeah.
Jake was fighting in the lines, riots over this damn chicken sandwich. This newfound experimental GMO chicken sandwich. Yeah, you know?
Right. It's not doing the right thing though, because where is the enemy? You're supposed to be studying your enemy. You're supposed to be your enemy. Jake is the one that's being fucking stupid. You're still think Esau's your friend to this day, which is crazy.
That's Esau's best friend right there. Next to him.
Yep.
Boyfriend, his friend, his wife, friend.
But he weaponized food though, man. Like, he weaponized anything, really. He weaponized this whole earth against us.
Yeah. Like you just mentioned the food, right? Weaponize the food, so you go to the hospital and take the drugs, weaponize the drugs, right? And then end up in the damn in the dirt, man. End up in the soil with the worms.
Before he takes your organs.
And then it's the sick fuck, but it's the same organ that was processing all the nasty ass food. Then you're gonna put that in your body.
Yeah.
It smells a sick fuck. Sick fuck. You know?
Verse 3, Solomon 2, and it says, "Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance." And our, it's interesting, it's remembrance, because the next one is remembrance, and they always want to remember their achievements. They always push that on you, especially our people. But you don't know, and when you go to their schools, they don't teach you about your forefathers. They don't teach you about the righteousness. They exemplify whether they were sovereign or whether they were in captivity.
If I could add on to that, like in America, Black History Month, they tell you about like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, the whatever, all these, you know,
Frederick Douglass.
all these Americans, quote unquote, you know, but
First one for this, first one for that.
Yeah.
First one did this, first one did that.
Yeah,
First black
oh, yeah,
one.
black
right,
person.
yeah.
First
But
one.
dumb
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
But in Canada, notice how they don't ever go into any quote unquote revolutionary black control here. You see what I'm saying? They want you to, you know, like, basically Canada, they want to act like they didn't have a hand in oppression. That was the point I was thinking. We only know basically the American kind of, you know, people that did something. So we know that it ain't really too much. But
Why are we gonna get this land?
yeah,
Without the same thing that they did over there. I'm saying there are natives here too.
yep.
Right? What happened?
Right. And that's the thing. Canada has a shame that they want to hide and cover. You know? But it's being exposed. Every month that you're hearing about a school. Yeah. Native.
Bodies getting
Yeah.
dug up.
Exactly.
Right? And that's the earth helping the woman to get prophecy.
That's right. The devils can't run from God's judgment. Right?
That's right.
The wickedness that you did. You painted your image as if you were this, angel of light, clean, upstanding dude, you know? But you did all type of wickedness, man. That's right.
I was gonna add, yeah, the reason why they also, we don't teach them that stuff about the history, our history, it's because we're still in captivity. Right? Why would you teach your enemy about how they had it? Yeah, right? It doesn't make any sense because then you're gonna start to feel, you know what, we are better than them. They'll just try something. No, they don't want that. So it makes logical sense for them to be like, no, you guys are these people. You guys did this. You guys were slaves and they had to welcome back to slavery. Yeah, that's the pinnacle of your,
Right. Your
history.
existence, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. And they all died. They all got shot. Right?
So that's the end result of it. You're gonna get killed, so don't do it.
Yeah. Imagine that, eh?
It's a psyop. That's why.
Hosea 4 verse 1. This goes into like all the lies, falsehood that we have in society. That's what we have to go into. Society that we look around is evil, is wicked. Okay, also now one is wicked and evil. Just like false lies. One of the lies like push up false things like basically like keeping you from giving you like a false identity. Right? If you go about Hosea 4 verse 1, it reads, "Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, children of Israel. The Lord Yahweh, after controversy, they left them from the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing."
Yeah, there's no truth here, man. Every day Esau Edom wakes up, he has to push some form of propaganda for the agenda, whatever he's trying to push. So it's all lies. Okay? Exactly. Damage control, as the brother said. You know, there's nothing profitable that comes out of this guy. Okay?
Person to come morning to go to bed at night. You don't have the pastor the whole day. You ride everywhere. Like, you beat, not no food. They still the news on the radio. They listen to it. It's all people here, man, like they care. The commercials they see, like the billboards and all that. It's all here to basically keep it down. It's all lies, so you can't be right to like 24 hour basis.
Real quickly, what you're saying, that also shows that Esau, because you mentioned earlier, Esau doesn't want to rule. That also shows that Esau is in a constant state of paranoia. Because if you're in constant, if you actually truly have power, you're not worried about, I got power. I think King Solomon had to push out an agenda all the fucking time. He has to fucking do that.
Psyop.
Yeah, he didn't have to do psyops. Right? He's not, I gotta lie today, I gotta tell the people this. No, he's like, I'm good. Yeah. Esau's in a constant state, I gotta put out this lie, I gotta put it that way. Because the truth always comes out. You can only suppress it for so long. It's like someone coming to your house and their house is dirty, they keep putting shit under the rug. Eventually it's gonna pile up, and it's gonna spill out. And that's what we're in right now. The truth is just spilling out.
Well, the thing is, too, Esau is a vagabond.
That's true.
Right? And he's still trying to escape from justice.
Yeah.
right? So he's hiding his history.
Yeah.
He's hiding our history.
Yeah.
Right? While pulling the wool over everyone's eyes and hiding his true identity. That's all it's all about that, really. Yes, he puts Jake down, but he keeps the vibration low so he won't really like try to find out who he is.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Can't.
That's why you have like all these like food and transparent surface.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays. That these fucking guys going crazy.
Right.
Notice that, like in America, they're having a government shutdown, but yet they're not shutting down the NBA, the NFL. Some are not shutting down.
And now you see what they're doing with the NBA. You see the
Oh yeah,
Jake.
yeah.
They have Jake as the face of crime again.
Exactly.
With these stupid ass
Charges,
gambling
racketeering,
bullshit. But none of the mafias that's running these gambling, illegal gambling, none of them are being exposed.
You don't see their face.
Exactly.
You know, they're only showing Jake faces.
Yeah.
You know.
Because they're the ones that approach Jake. Like those are the mob guys. They approach Jake, yo, we need you to do this, right? We'll give you some bread and do that. They're like, okay, whatever. Whatever, I make money, okay, cool.
Yeah. But the funny thing about it is like all the sports is all fixed.
It's all fixed.
That's true.
They show you this the 1933. Is it 1933? Or 1913? I can't remember, but the mafia pretty much fixed one of the World Series, man.
Oh,
for the
yeah,
Yankees to win. So that's been going on from time.
That's right. Yeah.
So I don't know how people still get behind sports team unless they're gonna play for to make money. Yeah. Don't make, like Edomites. That's all they talk about at work. Oh, how about the Jays? Huh? How about this and that?
Even in the NFL, there was a running back that retired, and then he came out and said he was going to interview us on the podcast, and he said, yeah, each week you get a script. Okay, this guy's going to get injured this week.
I saw that one.
He's going to take a knee, and this guy's going to be injured for a couple of weeks, and he's going to come back. It's a whole fucking...
Yep. And now the same Jake, he did that, right? But the funny thing is they're charging him with that.
Oh, I didn't know
because
that.
they, so what does Jake would, I forgot his name though. What he would, no, not that one, the one in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
What he would do, he did the same thing you just said, but he did it himself.
Oh.
Off script. Right? So he'll tell people to bet on this time, and then he'll take an injury and be off, right?
So they're only getting because he did what they're doing for himself.
Right.
He want to get his own bread. He's like, these guys are doing it for themselves. They're making their own money, making their own bets. I want to do this for myself. I'm already doing it. I might as well make some money. But they're like, no. You're going too far. Sit down here.
He says the fucking hypocrite because every day you turn on your phone, what are they bombarding you with? Gambling, man. That's true. What a thing called again? What's the one called? It's always on your phone. Bet something.
Bet365.
And there's another one. FanDuel.
Yeah.
Sports bet.
Yeah. So they're illegal. They're illegal because you said it's illegal.
He's making money.
They're hypocrites.
That's right.
No, it's okay. Boxing, okay, UFC, all things possible.
All of them. That's why I just train. That's it. And I'm trying to get into that shit.
NFL, yeah.
Bro, remember the Seahawks? When they were the 1 yard line, and then they had Marshawn Lynch.
That was crazy. I seen that. Yeah.
Bro, then they threw the ball at some random guy got picked off.
Interception. I seen that. I was like, yo, that was fixed, bro.
That's when I knew this shit is fixed, man.
Brandon Circus.
Yeah, man.
But the thing is, what you were saying, there's still people that are like, nah, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, he just made a bad call.
Yeah, idiots.
Yeah, so it says,
I can keep, we can keep going, but if you have a quick one, bring it up. Or whatever, bring it up.
so skip going back in Hosea 4.
You can jump back and forth.
It says, the Lord Yahweh has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land because there's no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Yeah, they'll teach the knowledge of the Most High. Simple things as the last Sabbath, right? That alone will bring the earth, to a certain level, of prosperity and strength, vigor. The earth is bigger, and there's men more vigor. You know what I'm saying? Like the people will have more vigor in them, more life through them. Bigger the trees, more oxygen. You know what I mean? We can get, you know what I'm saying?
We still have the animals that still graze off the land too. So we're all working in tandem. That's why it's a working tandem. So everything is kind of like, I just want to say, the foundation is a little kind of out of course because you have something base that's rooted.
It says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing.
Oh yeah, that's the Esau's MO, man. That's right. Swearing, lying, and killing. You think that guy can live up to his own deals? No big deal with the Native Americans. You think he honored any of those deals, treaties, or whatever the fuck?
No,
Not one, man.
not one. It's the devil. You see, I've been authority in Pakistan, Palestine, and all that. Right. It's supposed to come up with a peace treaty.
That is right.
Ceasefire, but that only lasts for 24 hours. You know?
Yeah.
That's a boat, man.
You know, he's a nation.
That's right.
He has no honor, no integrity. Okay? And you, Jake's still trusting in this man and this system, man. You know, in Isaiah 30, you can get that. Isaiah 30. Yeah, man. Right. The top. What's that trust in Egypt? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood.
Yeah, man. He has to go out in spilled blood, murder. Esau doesn't kill, he murders.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
And he does killing unjustly. See what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
And then that pollutes the land. Right? When you commit murder, that pollutes the land. Okay? But if you kill, that doesn't pollute the land. It's two different things. And that's sanctioned by the Most High, right? So what if you kill somebody and the blood touches the earth? That was a righteous kill. If they're a bolt, that was a righteous kill, man. The Lord wanted that blood to be spilled. Okay? But if it was a random killing for no reason, if it was done and that blood touched the earth, that's going to pollute the land.
That's right.
Okay?
Like all the people like that speedboats that they run in the news. These like little speedboats that going across the ocean, it gets bombed. Like there's no evidence of corruption carrying drugs.
None.
They just bomb it out just the cash.
Yeah. That's polluting the earth. You know? That's why you need new righteous do a reset.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It says, verse 3, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. The beasts of the field, and the fowls of the heaven, yeah, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
Isaiah 30 and 1, it says, woe to the rebellious
Alfred, I said
children,
stop.
saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That want to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
That's our people trusting in this people. Sorry. You see this place pretty much turning their back on. In America right now, the government's shut down. A lot of people not getting paid right now. Right? A lot of these black women in the government sector not getting paid. Have to lose their job. Yeah, that's Zaddy's great EBT card. Right? Certain black women that are on the dependent of the social system, social care system, social assistance. Right? EBT and SNAP benefits and all that stuff. Section 8 and all that stuff. You know? But we started putting a hold to putting an end pretty much to the gravy train.
Breaking up for this war.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Too dirty for this.
Yeah. Yeah, he's ashamed now.
Yeah,
Ashamed.
yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah.
After he's out, you know, he whatever. He buzzes that. He's like, shit, what did I do?
Yeah, that's the only pit bull he said us on life.
Yeah. You know?
Fucked up.
Yeah. What am I doing? You know? He's finally coming to his senses.
Yeah, though he's destroyed, so there's no need for him.
Yeah. There's no, yeah. Because he already, yeah.
There's one more verse. It says, Isaiah 30 and 3, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yes, sir. Second Ezra 15 and 10 says here, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'Shem shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blastings and hail with a fearful consternation. Right? And that's America, right? People, they were brought here for them to repent, but then they put all their trust in this place. And now look at it. This place is pretty much done. Right? The cash that they thought was power, it's about to be out of here. Right? The digital currency is about to be set in place.
That's right.
Right? And you people are people mainly because the heathens is whatever. Right? You're gonna have to choose. Is it Yahweh Shemel Shai or is it Esau, man? Who do you choose? Who's your God? You know, that's where we're at right now with prophecy. Egypt is done.
This is Hosea 2:7, and then it says, "And she shall." The title here is Israel's unfaithfulness condemned, and verse 7, and it says, "And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. She shall say unto them, but shall not find them. She shall say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then it was better with me than now. She did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil, and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for all."
Here it is, the Lord providing all these things for you, you know, you Israelites, took care of you, and then you turn your back on Yahweh Shai, and you offer all the blessings the Most High gave you unto heathens, idols. You get what I'm saying? False gods, false deities. Right? You can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? Can't eat. But here it is, you're worshiping these things.
And it says like up to you. It says like this is like those that to return to their husband, that's elect. Elect only the elect are going to return back to their husband father. Can't seek his face. Only the ones of us who return back to the first time and not to see the original way, we see like things we know what they were made. The only ones that are our eyes to see what's happening. That's why people are rubbish off. It's like Jesus looking at wickedness. Until the young God. Until they had witness.
Verse 9, it says, "Therefore will I return and take away my corn of the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will cover my wool and my flax, and given to cover her nakedness." So it's essentially it's being described here as a relationship. Now, as a man, you did all these things for your woman, and now the woman goes out, she's unfaithful, and she goes to commit, adultery, and now, she's given all this praise and glory to this other person.
After
right?
you built her up.
Exactly.
After you built
decked her up.
Yeah, I'm saying? You put her on the level.
This is pretty funny because this is how Jake gets sometimes when the woman cheats on him, like, oh, give me this,
Yeah.
I give you that, you give this to me. That's what Lord's doing right now. Right? And the bitch is like, whatever. You know?
That was it.
Yeah, and the Lord mentioned sustenance, all those things that he was talking about there, corn, wine, which is also the scripture for the men, right? But our people always do that, start with the men, turn their backs on the Lord. And this is the predicament that we always end up in.
In the book of Isaiah 32, verse 9, we read, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear to my speech. For many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women."
Yeah, we're in those times right now, man. Okay? Repentance is failing right now.
All the benefits that you receive in society, man, these metropolises, other cities that cater to women, it's collapsing. Okay? Societies are no longer catering to women. Okay? As this society crumbles and collapses, so does your faith,
of what life should be. Like, it's facade. They're living a facade of what life is. And it's not real life. No. It's just existing. We're living through the Lord. We're not living like how we're supposed to. Right? And you go home, you watch some videos, and that's like your relaxation time, and your edification. Outside of that, it's just like everything else is just thing. Yeah, we got this quick. 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. You know what I'm saying? So, she ain't alive. You're not living, man. You're dead. You're dead on the inside, man. You think you're living, man?
I'll bring this up for you. Back up the brother here. Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is brought low. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in their way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail.
That's right. You didn't mention grinding.
Yeah, the grinding justice.
If I may add about that, in the ancient times, grinding represented women that were actually working. That's right. And they were actually performing certain duties. So, for example, they would have like these different stones, and the stones, they would use the stones to be able to like break down meal, right? Exactly. To be able to make bread, right? So then that was something that was, when you hear that and you hear the women singing and grinding, that was a representation of an economy that was moving, that was thriving, because you had people performing certain duties.
Pounded yam, you know?
Exactly, right? You know, that's a thriving society. But what's being shown here, you don't hear that anymore, and because you don't hear that anymore, it shows that people are losing their jobs, and they're essentially with this rising technology, with AI and so on and so forth. A lot of people, AI is replacing a lot of people. That's right? So you start to see that grinding is ceasing, and all that those comforts, those benefits that were being provided by the governments, they're no longer taking that away. They're taking that away, I should say. Right?
Just to add on to that as well, right? We wouldn't be duped into thinking that working for your husband, working in your household was bad. Oppressive. Yeah. But working for yourself, so-called white man, is liberating. Instead of working in your own economy, building up the structure of your own household, right? You thought that was oppressive. You didn't see that as liberating. That's what I'm saying. But working for yourself, even before the sun rises,
And come home when the sun goes down.
yeah. Well, that's liberating.
Now you're too tired to serve your husband.
Right. You don't want to, after you come home, you don't want to maintain the household. Right?
I'm tired. You already got your time.
Yeah.
I know they're saying that this thing that they say, oh, both of us work, so both of us can do a choice.
Yeah.
All that bullshit.
No.
Yeah.
Even on a date, they want. Where you work though?
Place is finished, man.
Man work, man pay all the bills, woman work, woman save all the money.
Yeah.
That's their, You save, you stack up your bank account while we man is.
That's what I'm saying. Also, at the same time, too, like, when you go to, like, this is like equal sufferance, because the truth's coming out. The truth's coming out that, it's like the sort of lie, that lie. The truth's coming out, the fact that, the feminism was a lie. That was the first lie that they believed.
Yep.
Because now that's very clear, walking down. And that hurts you now. Now you feel depression. Okay, now you come and say that the man is not able to do it. The difference. The government is not really there for you. They have no choice. It's not democracy. All the things coming out, it's like what's happening. Shortly, when the truth is coming out, the government is broke. It's like broke. The government is broke out here. It's suffering because the truth is coming out.
And that's why they're going to blame us for their hardships.
The Israelites. Yeah. Said this will happen.
It's your fault.
that it's happening.
Yeah. But these people are all about like, you don't speak it to me type of people, you know? And the same thing happened in Greece. In Rome. When the economy was about to, when Rome was about to fall, or Greece was about to fall, they had the Stoics. Right? Who like pretty much speak it back into existence. Not showing any emotions and all that shit. The kingdom still fell.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Just like now, that rise of stoicism, the world is on the rise. But this kingdom's still gonna fall.
Yeah.
You being a stoic is not gonna help you in times to come. See what I'm saying? Because you need Yahweh Shem Shai. You can be a stoic and have Yahweh Shem Shai, but if you don't have Yahweh Shem Shai, you're stoic. This place is going down. Let's believe it's failing. Society is gonna fail. Alright?
It says, verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are ease, be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. And you have like, putting on the Trump project, the government of Trump taking away the benefits come November.
Government of Trump.
Right?
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying?
Trump the king out here.
Yeah.
Like king.
Yeah.
Here it is, the money, your child care, your health benefits and all these things.
Yeah.
And at the same time too, like, I guess seeing like you knew yesterday the reduction making the White House bigger, construction on White House. That takes money. It's money and time, jobs, right? But your money is taking away your money and basically putting it in his pockets.
Yeah.
What is it?
Propping up the White House.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Propping up the White House, man.
Remember, he changed the Oval Office
Yeah,
to look more like a Roman. Or had a Roman-esque.
Ark of, even had the Ark of Trump.
Yeah. That cost money. That's what his money was allocated to the budgeting of the U.S. government. Money, treasury allocated funds for that.
That's right.
The real problems are at hand. You know? That's vain, man. That's not to say, people buy a home, whatever, you fix the inside of the home. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But when it comes to the real matters of what's going on in America,
It's not high up on that.
yeah, it's a priority. It's not, there's no priority. That's not priority. Okay?
Yeah, so it says, be troubled, you careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and girls talk out upon your loins. And I seen a video today, like this, they have this gentleman saying that, how like, actually now that the government said is doing this, you can actually go out here and start selling myself.
Oh, for beans or something like that?
Yeah, for the
Box
box
of
beans.
beans? Yeah. I seen that.
Yeah,
Back to me.
It's like these people are going to push to desperation and actually start like, acting out and they're taking matters into their own hands as somebody with the term of Jacob trouble. So it's like I think you play much. It says, verse 12, it shall lament for the teats, for the fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come upon the thorns and briars, yea, upon all the house of the joy, like upon all the house of joy, the joyous city, because the palaces shall be forsaken, multitude of the cities shall be left, the forts and the towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of the flocks. Just like this place, basically telling you what's until like this, like the time of Jacob from comes in, comes back famine out here, probably like basically like trying to like get at each other just to get a meal. So just like we need to all have bring loose.
Prostitution gonna be at an all-time high.
That's right.
And demand gonna be at an all-time low. Right? These men are not gonna have no damn their mind is not gonna be in no pussy. This economy is gonna break them down, bro.
What's up, brothers?
I guess, 2nd Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15 and 19, and it says that man shall have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
That's right. So the time we're coming into, all right, a lot of people, all right, their love for their neighbor is going to go down, man. Okay? They're not gonna pity them anymore, man. The love of many shall wax cold. Okay? So, especially when all hell breaks loose, okay? There's no food in the grocery stores. People are gonna want to know, what do you got in your home? Yeah, right? How are you gonna be able to protect yourself from all these things at this time to come? Right? What?
If I may add just a quick point, there was a scene from The Dark Knight movie where Joker is basically explaining this to Batman, and he's saying, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. Right? So what he was explaining was the mentality of the people, and Batman didn't really want to believe it. But Joker was just a way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Right? So people, they look at him like he was crazy, but Joker was really intelligent because he understood the mentality of the people and what happens when you push them to a certain limit. Right?
If you take away all their comforts, society, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to crash out.
That was literally trying to say.
Right. They'll be ready to kill, murder, steal, rob. They're not going to think twice about it if it's for their survival. Right?
I was gonna say that the comforts are actually like they're surrounding them with these. It's like a barrier surrounding them with their demons. So when you remove it, all they left to do themselves with the demons. That's why you have it in the lockdowns. A lot of people, there's a lot of divorce, there's a lot of drinking, right? A lot of spousal fights and shit like that. Because now those comforts are removed. So now you guys are alone with yourself.
And these people don't have a life outside of this life.
No, they don't. Yeah,
Their life is going to work.
that's it.
That's their life. Coming home, okay, taking the kids to school, to their sports. But they don't have a life outside of that. They never built up a relationship with the Most High. That's what I meant by not having a life outside of this life. They never built up their relationship with the Most High. Right? That's where real life and inspiration comes from. Knowing who your power is, your God. Okay? That's where real life comes from, man. And then you can implement that into your actual life, right? Your real life.
It starts with that first.
Right.
I mean, that's that point as well. That's basically describing as the parable between the rich fool, essentially. So he had these endeavors. Okay, I want to work on this barn. I want to increase in my storehouses. But what he lacked was a healthy relationship with the Lord.
Right.
The Lord says, like, oh, this fool, I'm going to offer tonight because you spend so much time trying to increase financial substance and with gains and so on and so forth. Like, there's nothing wrong with acquiring money, but you spend so much time with that, but you neglected your relationship with the Lord. Right? You didn't have that, right? And that's what's most important. That's what we're trying to convey here.
So the Lord's the one that gives you that. That's the whole truth.
Fellas, let me ask you all something. You said something a while ago, and I was online, and somebody said the same thing. I don't think the Most High has an issue with wealth, because when you go back to Abraham was wealthy, Jacob was wealthy, Isaac was wealthy, David, Solomon, Saul. There's a lot of rich men in Israel.
Right.
But the thing is, they put the Most High first.
Right.
And once you put the Most High first, He gives you the increase, right?
That's right.
So somebody was saying that, I'm like, nah, the Most High don't have an issue with you being rich. The problem is when people get rich, the money corrupts the way they move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue.
And then there's a term out there, it's called like sudden wealth syndrome. Some people might come into money unexpectedly, like a lot of money that they never had, right? But that would be their downfall.
They don't know how to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
They never worked for it. They never, you know what I mean? They just obtained it. You know what I mean? And so they lose their mind, right? It's better to actually earn that wealth, so to speak, like work for it, than to actually just receive it, right? Hand it
It
down.
has more value.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me grab this quick. 1 Timothy 6 and 10. It says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." It's the love. Money itself is not
If
evil.
you love it,
Yeah.
that's where the corruption comes in.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
It says, which while some coveted after, they have heard from the faith, right? So they lost faith in the Most High because they loved the money more than him. He's the one that give you riches.
Another thing,
That's what it was. Can I read that?
Oh yeah, let me finish. Yeah, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says here, this is Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life, and them that have it.
Yeah, because you need wisdom to
to
manage
deal
the
with that money.
All right,
That's right.
See, I was thinking too, right? Even within Israel, I forgot the verse. It says, in the last days, the falling away, right? Man would leave the faith, or I'm paraphrasing, right? I'm thinking, when I was meditating on this, I think Jacob's trouble is going to be the ultimate test for Israel. Because the thing about it is, most Israel, as long as they got your 9 to 5, you're living comfortable, okay, it's easy to keep the law. But what about when there's no food, like you say, famine is coming, there's no food, there's no job. When you meet with situations, that's your ultimate test. And I think at that time, that's where a lot of Israel is going to fall off.
Also, chip. That's the most. That's always.
Oh yeah, they had this thing in England where the prime minister or something coming up with some
National
card
ID,
thing that you have to have a
digital
card.
ID, yeah.
Yeah, to buy everything. Yeah,
Work.
so I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So all of that is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? But the ultimate test is to be rooted in the Word. You know what I mean? Because that's where it all comes down to. You know what I'm saying? You put your mouth. What's the term? You put your mouth where. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a true test. You know what I mean? Because I think about it, because I see a lot of brothers too from other camps falling off, and these brothers were mighty dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they get caught up in, you probably know this cat, Alazar. You know what I'm saying?
We heard about
And the brother got mad knowledge, man. And when I heard, I'm like, I feel bad. I hope the brother repent, because the brother got great knowledge. The brother brought a lot of dudes to, you know, the knowledge of Israel. But
brother,
female, man, like a Solomon joint.
We already put curses on him.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because he cursed out our elders.
I heard he had like issues with one of the elders.
Great Millstone.
Yeah, you know what I'm
so
saying?
He cursed
And
out our elders, so we don't
I
wish
was
nothing
like
for him.
blown away,
No.
man.
We don't wish no good
You know what
for
I'm
him.
saying? I was like, damn.
He's actually an enemy of the cross. Right?
But isn't he still doing the work?
No,
Because I don't
against
see him
it.
anymore.
Well, he even said that. He said we were playing cosplay.
Let me get
What?
this for
He
you.
said we were playing cosplay.
What?
Yeah.
See, there you go. That's
Yeah,
it
let's get the
falling.
scripture.
That's it falling away.
First
man.
Timothy 4:1.
That's
Now the
crazy.
Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith,
There you go. That's what I'm looking
giving
for.
heed to seducing
Seducing
spirits
spirits.
and doctrines of devils,
Devil.
speaking lies
Yeah.
and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Yeah, man. Because I don't want to get too much into it, but I heard, like, from what I heard, the dude was like putting bags on shorties, flying them out, and I'm like, what? Taking like the money from the car. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was all about the money. He was a prophet for hire.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? But that's the time we're living in,
Yeah.
man. And you know what? It can happen to any man. You just have
why we're
to
not
keep
proud.
on the word, yo.
Also not
You
proud.
know what I'm saying?
He was a proud dude.
He was a proud dude.
Yeah, he had like a attitude issue. You
We
know
may
what I'm
come
saying?
off as quote unquote proud or arrogant, but we're really not. We're doing this out of the sincerity of our heart.
We're not trying to be rappers.
Yeah,
It has to be sincere.
yeah,
And he wasn't sincere because he was trying to be famous.
exactly. We're not trying to be famous. We're just trying to do the work, right? His channels were monetized. He was getting paid off of his YouTube. People were sending him money through online.
Yeah.
What's that thing called?
Cash App.
Cash App.
Cash App, and there's a next thing.
Venmo's another one.
Either way.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is like, because you just said something, right? If, like, I'm dealing with a Christian church, like, you know,
When you
tithes,
say you're
well,
dealing-
tithes is food, but like, you can give like offerings, right?
You're saying you're dealing with a Christian church?
No, I'm saying,
Oh,
look at
dealing
the
with-
Christian
okay,
church
okay,
and they do with
okay.
tithes and offerings. But tithes, we know that's food. That's not money. But like offerings, so it's not a
could be
sin
money.
to
It
give
could be money.
offerings.
It could be silver, like back in the time of the Levites got paid 10%.
Yeah, I know. That's what the what do you call it? The widows, the fatherless, and the Levites. That's what the tithes is for. But what I'm saying is, I'm going off what y'all saying. What I'm saying is, like, we know that tithes is for the Levites and it's for the widows and the fatherless. But what about alms?
For the congregation.
Like alms.
Yeah, that's-
So
that's
isn't
allowed.
that Cash App? Like, isn't that what they're doing when like
No.
alms?
No, they're not doing it sincerely. Like you can set up an avenue to collect that. You see what I'm saying? But they're making it as if like almost mandatory. You know what I mean? It's similar to the world.
So it's like the church with the offering plate type.
Exactly.
thing.
Like they don't want to work outside of this ministry. They want the ministry to be their only
Get their
way of
their money.
making money, right?
It's like the Christian church.
Exactly. You know, we all work, brothers work, you know, and then we come here on for free. You get what I'm trying to say?
I got you.
I had a precept.
Because I was thinking, sorry
Let
to
the
cut
scripture-
you, brother.
Let the scripture come out, then
Yeah.
you can-
This is Deuteronomy 14. I'll start at verse 24. And if the way be too long for thee, so shalt thou not be able to carry it. So earlier. Okay, I'll read verse 24. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy power in the place which thou choose to place in the name there, and the tithe of the corn and the wine and thine oil, and the firstlings of thy herd and the flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy power always. If thy way be too long for thee, if the journey is too much,
Change it for money.
so that thou art not be able to carry it, if the place be too far for thee, which the Lord thy power shall choose to set his name there, when the Lord thy power has blessed thee, thou shalt turn it into money, and bind up the money in thine hand, and thou shalt go into the place which the Lord thy power shall choose. So it's not limited to just.
I understand.
Yeah, I just wanted to read that
sometimes
quick.
you can't carry your livestock. So
Right.
you change it for money. When you get
Right.
there, you rebuy. I know all that.
Right. I just wanted to clarify that.
But what I was saying, what's the scripture where this dude sold his belongings, but him and his wife kept back some of the money?
Oh, Ananias.
Yeah.
I can get that. Ananias. Okay. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 1, and it says that there was a certain man named Ananias, and Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession. And they kept back part of the price, his wife also being privy to it, so she knew about what was going on, and brought a certain part of it and laid it at the apostles' feet. And Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost, and keep back part of the price of the land? While it remained, was it not thine own? After it was sold, was it not in thy own power? Thou hast conceived this thing in thine heart. Thou hast not lied to men, but to the Most High. And Ananias heard these words and fell down and gave up the ghost. And great fear came upon all of them that heard these things. Right? So there was a price, but it was part of the price when he kept back some of it for himself.
Yeah. So
Right.
what my point was, what was that? Was that like alms that he gave the church? That was like alms?
It was on, yeah. It was on, but he just wasn't doing it.
It wasn't
being
a
honest.
pure heart.
Yeah, right? Because there's a scripture that talks about, if you don't use hospitality like begrudging or something like that.
So he envied the money that he was supposed to give.
Well, he was keeping some of it for himself.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, you can still give alms, right? But You know, there's just a way to do it too. You know, and you don't want to announce. That's another thing too. You don't want to announce to people that, oh yeah, look, I gave $6 to that homeless man, right? And then you tell all the other brothers and sisters.
Because this is what this society does now. They get a camera, and then they go, oh, look at me, I'm feeding the homeless. Oh, look at me, I gave them money. But it's on
Yeah,
camera.
but they get clout for that.
They're not doing it out of
they
sincerity.
get likes and all that stuff for that.
They're not going about their day and then they see a homeless person and then they just give it to them. That's it. Right? And keep it moving. They're not doing it like that. They have to, oh, look at me, I'm a good person. That person saying, look at me, I'm a good person is wicked. They always are, actually. Not usually are. They
Isn't there
always
scriptures like something like you do it in secret and the Most High reward you openly?
Matthew,
Something like that.
6. Let's get that. Let me grab this quick though. Sirach 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So going into that situation where Ananias is there, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. Most lying to men. You're only lying. You're only lying to the Most High. You're not lying to men. You're lying to the Most High, which is a greater thing, man. Yeah, somebody you can't lie.
Most High see everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm sorry too, because you see that we're talking about multiple. Matthew 6:2, it says, therefore when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues.
Yeah, hypocrites. Right?
And in the streets, that they may have glory of men.
Right.
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
That's what Al-Azhar was. He wanted the glory of men. Okay? He wanted to be this top guy in Israel. You know, he knew it all. He had all the breakdowns. You have to come to him. Okay? You got to go to him. You got to pay him for him to give you a Hebrew name. All right? You got to go to him, pay him money for him to counsel you.
You was doing all that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was doing all that.
Yeah. That's what he was doing.
Yeah,
and more. And more. Way more.
I just know about the woman, the girl thing. I heard he kicked his wife.
That was
out
the
or
pinnacle of what he
something like that.
Yeah, he was doing more wickedness. Yeah, way more wickedness. Yeah, that was like the pinnacle of his wickedness. Right?
Verse 3, it says, but when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what the right hand doeth. Right? So like we were saying, just do it and you keep it moving. You don't need to tell it, hey, I'm giving up for charity. Give this person money. Hey, everyone look at me. I'm a good person. You're not supposed to tell anybody. Just do it and you keep moving.
The Lord sees it.
Right? That's all that matters. You see it. It said that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. Right? And it says, and when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are.
Oh, there's a lot of that going around, man. These Christians kill me, man. Kill me,
Big time. For they love to pray standing in synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have the reward.
That's good. The book of 1 Timothy 5:17. Ultimately, there's nothing wrong with giving alms to the tithes, right? Because we give alms to our apostles, right? We give alms to our apostles and others like fathers and churches. We give our tithes. But that's it has to be like militarily. You can't demand it.
But what I'm saying is, the scripture says tithe is not money, it's food.
It could be money too.
Yeah.
Go.
We got this scripture here. It says, so 1 Timothy 5:17, it says, let the elders that rule well find worthy of double honor, especially if they were
Like, because in the world, like people say, oh, beg you have food, no? Well, that means money. Give you money, you know what I'm saying? So, bread, bread. You know, bread, cheap. Right, they refer to money as bread. So it's interchangeable, right? Right?
Yeah. It says, let the elders that rule well become worthy of double honor, especially if they who labor in the word of doctrine. For the scripture hath said, thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth the corn. The laborer is worthy of his reward. Ultimately, like the man of the Lord that left his work, it takes time and effort to get to information, to teach, to research. So when you learn from this truth, it's supposed to be that honor. Then you feel like money, you feel like gifts, whatever it may be. Like say I give like alms and money, it's okay. It's not enough. If we do something to do alms for the work they did, because it's true. So you give, you send money, here and there, when you can. Can you answer yes like on your own accord? Can we
Not forced.
Not forced, exactly, yeah. There's other guys that they sell like, you know, like we packages, they sell like starter kits, they sell like t-shirts, okay, they sell like mugs, yeah, like all these items that, you know, for money.
I was seeing on YouTube this pastor dude, I think he's in Detroit. And he's like getting money from the congregation, and this one lady only had like 1,200.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he was like, then yo, was like, it's not what I'm like, and our people are still dumb, man. Like, come on, the church has been ripping us off for centuries. It's crazy. But you know, only 1/3, man. 2/3 is finished. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? We love the people, and you know what I'm saying? Try to tell them they don't want to do it.
Yeah. But that's why they
You know what I'm saying? They look at you like you're crazy. Something you bugged out. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to hear that. Then they're gonna feel, right?
It's crazy.
That's true, yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, so Ezekiel 9, okay, I'll start with 4.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 9 and 4, it says, And the Lord said unto him, Go to the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry.
That's what we're doing right now. Okay, because we're actually calling out for the elect. We're fishing for the elect. People in the like mind that want to get down, want to turn back to the Lord, the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? That are side that are complaining continually about this wicked society, this wicked kingdom. Okay?
Sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he say in my hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite,
Kill.
let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Don't have pity on these wicked people. They heard the prophets and they stopped. Right? The men of the Lord were telling them to get right, and they didn't want to get
Our
right.
people love the other nations.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You're telling them the truth, they're telling you that you're racist.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like coming out the scriptures.
Yeah, we
like,
are
look,
racist.
man. You know, well, we know racist means for your people.
Yeah.
That's the root. You know what I'm saying? But they looking at it like,
Negatively.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's
It's
a negative
crazy,
connotation
man.
for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the first thing you get hit with is the people that you love, your family members. Those are the first people that turn against you, call you bugged out, you crazy. I know, I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? And you're just trying to show them the truth.
You're extremists. That's what they say. Yeah, you're extremists.
Bugged out, you're racist, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about.
I just kept the truth. I wanted everyone to know it's, especially my household, but they rejected it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's hard, man. Because it's
In the
like,
beginning it is.
it's your family.
Yeah, at the beginning it is.
You know what I
to pray
mean?
for them. That's it. All you can do.
And the last verse it says, Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at the sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Judgment first starts in Israel.
The scriptures say that when you warn, your job is to warn them, but
Yeah, you can't save them.
exactly, because once
You
you
know
do your
what I'm
job,
saying?
the blood's on
Yeah.
your hands.
But you get crazy hate, man.
Yeah. It says it's sticking your forehead against theirs.
Crazy hate. But I mean, what's the scripture though? It says the word of God is like a double-edged sword. It divides. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you think that you're the person who's like this. You know what I'm saying? And the moment you come to the truth, everybody like, it's crazy, man. It's like the Matrix. It's like everybody start acting weird. And you're like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But when you're in the world, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing, everybody's like, it's crazy, man.
Ezekiel 3 and 9, it says, As an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Right? So that's just part of the
Hard-headed, man. And
Verse 17.
we are the only people.
Verse 17, Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning for me.
That's basically what you did for your family, right? You heard the truth, you tried to teach them, they rejected it, right?
I got
That's what
shunned.
we all did. We all did
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
But we
In the
were
worst way. I'm like,
zealous,
damn.
right? We were filled with the Holy
But
Spirit.
I pray for them still, you know? That they see it. If they don't, they don't. But
Yeah, we're filled with the Holy Spirit. We wanted to teach our people. You know what I mean? But the wisdom that we can give out to people now is that when you hear about this truth, just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You're better off just keeping it to yourself. Your life will go smoother and easier.
you know what I'm saying, brother? Just like the scripture that says, a man that lights a candle, he does not put it on a bushel, he puts it on top. So,
Yeah,
'cause
but
when
it's
so
talking
when
about this,
When
us
you
doing
hear
this
the
right
truth,
now.
you know what I'm saying? You like, you're excited. And you're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like most of your life, you're a Hamite. You're just a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see yourself as the people of God because that's the portrait that they paint from time memorial. So when you come to the knowledge and you start, the Most High start putting the pieces together, like, wait a minute, I'm with you. But wait, and then you start analyzing everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like blown away. So you're like, oh my good, you know what I'm saying? They're looking at, it's not an easy,
We all been there.
it's
We
not
all been
easy,
there.
bro.
We can tell you this: a smart man, or a smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from another's mistakes. Right. So our message to anybody that's in that predicament that wants to tell other people, don't. If they want to start, preaching or whatever, they can start a YouTube channel and share their knowledge.
Crazy, brother.
Share it to the world, but not necessarily with people around you, because that could actually make your living experience harder in this
Russ,
world.
yo,
You know what I mean?
I got evicted. I got hated on my job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and the list
yeah.
goes on.
Yeah,
All
that-
I'm trying to
when
do
you're
is
at
like,
work, you don't
yo,
tell
brother,
people what you do.
I'm
That's
trying
not
to show
wisdom.
them like
That's not wisdom.
This.
That's
You
not
know what I'm
wisdom.
saying?
That's the other way.
But you at the time you thinking they're gonna rejoice
No.
and hear what you
Because,
say.
that's what it said. Like, the Lord
You
won't
understand
give
me?
up. The Lord is the one dealing with you, not them. Exactly. The fact that you trying to like break people up, it's not up to you, it's up to the Lord. At the end of the day.
So 1 Corinthians 10 and 23, it says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. So yeah, you have the truth when I tell them, but it might not be expedient to do that. Right? Because it's going to come on to you. Yes, in the beginning, you get the truth when I tell them, but once you see they don't get it, you keep it
Leave them
moving.
alone.
Just leave them alone.
I spoke to my father. I told him like 13 years ago. I talked to my mom. All of them rejected me. My dad made fun of me. You know what I'm saying? So you're pretty much casting this pearls of swine.
Yeah.
That's including your family members, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's this one brother at YouTube. I think the brother told his pops, and he's growing his beard and all that, and his pops is like, wait until you're asleep. I'm gonna trim you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's crazy. This next cat,
Something that grows naturally on your face.
you know what I'm saying?
That's wicked.
Yeah, this next cat, his family told him straight up, don't come around here. You come around here, we're gonna call the feds on you. You know what I'm saying? So, scripture,
so that's what I'm
the
saying,
scripture
like, keep that
basically,
to
you know what I'm
yourself.
saying? Yeah.
Keep
But
that to yourself.
when you don't know and you know what I'm saying, you're not fully knowledgeable, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The first instinct is like, I want to share. I want to share.
We're all there.
You know what I'm
brother.
saying?
We're all
But
there.
then you realize that the sharing, you get hated. People
That
come,
comes to the truth when you
yo, it's
when
like
you serve the Lord. That's
kind
what's
of,
up with it.
it's like a kind of ass whooping, man. And you're like, damn,
Yeah, I got some.
it's crazy,
It's a quick
man.
one. This is Sirach chapter 4, verse 13, and it says, be not as a lion in thy house, or frantic among thy servants. Right? A lion, when you first learn, that your heritage and who you are, it's very, very like comforting. You want to share with everybody. You want to tell this person. You want to tell that person.
It's like
Right?
a fire in you, bro. It's like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you just a quick something that I did. Through my zeal and my mistake, I threw out the pork in my parents' fridge. That turned the house upside down, right? So I'm saying, don't do that, right? And then because you get seasoned over time, so like you learn how to operate amongst family, you learn how to operate on the job, and so on and so forth, right? You learn how to be a little bit more subtle, a little bit more covert, you know, how to deal peaceably. Right, deal peaceably with the people, right? You want to be peaceable.
You learn,
Like,
you learn, you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? But
like Paul
at
talks
first,
about being peaceable with all men,
yeah,
right?
at
So
first,
you're not pulling out a sword every single time you have a conversation with
No.
the Edomite, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
that was like Christmas, the Edomites, birthdays, and something else. That was like, oh hell no. You talking now? That's when everybody just like, but that's who they are. Like, I don't want to hear that.
Tell me at another point, as well, you know, that's why I find milk is very, very important, right? When you go into like, you know, the writings of like Solomon, Sirach, and so on and so forth, because it kind of helps you for these sorts of situations, because it's giving you the nourishment to be able to like, you know, give you the guidance on how to maneuver around these people as well, because it's just really, like the breakdowns are important, but the milk is very, very important too. That's
that's why Christ says, "Why for the circle?
Yeah.
On the job."
Right. So you know how to operate on the job.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying.
You're sincere and zealous, but they're looking at it and they're going on one side and whispering to each other and like finding ways to finish you off.
But think of it as a police officer. A police officer has a gun, they have a taser, they have handcuffs, right? But they also have speech as well. Not every situation a police officer
gotta
goes
talk it
into.
out, yeah.
Exactly. Not every time they're gonna pull out a gun. If somebody's about to jump off a bridge, they're not gonna pull out a gun. It's just knowing what to use for your utility belt at that time. Right? So it's just knowing your utility belt. When I say utility belt, I'm using that
I know.
right?
It's growth.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Growth, yeah.
That's
This is the book of Revelation 10 verse 9, and it says, "And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up. It shall make the belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth as sweet as honey."
sweet is what? Knowing you're an Israelite, right? The kingdom of heaven is yours. Okay, you're gonna get the new bodies, right?
Multiple women.
You know? But what's the bitter? Having to wait on it, right? Struggle, going, you know, your day to day with your family or whatever, people that you know, friends, jobs, right? Bills, right? Your enemy ruling over you, still oppressing you, right? So,
Sorry, my brother. And that's how you know it's the truth, because I grew up Seventh-day Adventist. And it's like when you're in the church, everybody loves you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have conflict with anybody because the ideology is that heaven is for all men. And I get that argument all the time. I'm like, but common sense, like, I'm like, come on. Well, we know that all nations will be there, but it's basically for the 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying?
the rulership.
Yeah, the rulership
aspect is
You
for
know what
us.
I'm saying?
Kingdom of death.
So I got an argument all the time, and I'm like, you know, if God created 18 nations, shouldn't the kingdom of heaven have 18 gates? You know what I'm saying? Why the tree of life only have 12 fruits? Because one fruit per tribe. You know what I'm saying? And you go into all of it, like, whatever. It's like they blind, man. Like, Christianity is a crack cocaine. It's like, it's crazy. I argue with Christians all the time, man.
Yeah, don't argue with
You know what I'm
them,
saying?
right?
Yeah,
You're gonna go mad.
It's frustrating, bro.
Yeah.
They just want to take a
That's why
Bible
we don't
and beat
do
you over the head with
debates.
it.
We don't debate with them. We don't. It's a waste of time. You're actually, you know, burning too much energy. You're wasting your energy doing that, right? You need to preserve your energy, and whatever energy you have, you give it to the Yahweh Shem Shai. That's it. All right. Let me grab this quick. Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. All right. This whole society, we're surrounded by wolves.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to be sheep. Okay? And it says, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So sometimes we got to play aloof in the society. We got to blend in. We just got to blend in.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
But sometimes they take that humbleness for weakness.
That's okay.
I was watching a video. I don't know if it's. I don't
That's
know.
part
if-
of the walk.
I was watching a video. I don't know if it's from a brother from your camp, but some $5 Indian came up, and you know I'm watching that shit, and I'm like for real. If it was me, like I'm gonna empty that shit in his face, yo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like,
That's your
the
restraint has to come
brother
in.
used, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
control. And I respect the brother for that.
Yep,
You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
sure.
And I'm like, yo, on the app, do something like that, empty that shit in your face, man. But the brother, that's what I'm saying. They think you're reading the scriptures, you're doing it.
Yeah, we're not choir boys. We're not choir
Yo,
boys.
listen,
We're ready to
man. The
defend
prophets were
ourselves.
warriors, man.
Yeah.
What was the prophet from the chapter of Baal, King, Elijah?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
The last one, so Ezekiel 3:18, it says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, if thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Right? It says, yet if thou wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
Right. So that's why we come out here week in, week out, to make sure our hands are clean. So we're warning our people, the righteous of our people and the wicked of our people, mainly the wicked of our people, because we're more wicked than righteous. Right? So we're gonna close up. We're gonna get a quick last one and then we're gonna close up.
This is Sirach 21 and 20, and it says, a fool lift up his voice with laughter, but a wise man doth scarce smile at it. Right, so this is part of the walk, you know. More wisdom is hard.
It's hard. With much wisdom comes much vexation. It's hard for us. Obviously, we've all been through it. Because once you come into it, every man has his own walk. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy.
That close up. Give all glory, honor, and praises to say Kwame Asherallah, Abba Shalom.
Thanks, brother. No problem.
We're here.
We're always here.
every week.
Always here.
Come on. We're here for our people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, bless you. Huh? Get them safe.
Yeah, I remember that.